Guys and girls, welcome back to Watch the Time. So today I'm going to be featuring another sub homage. See what I did there? I'm not going to mention anything else because, as we all know, there's a lot going on in the YouTube community at the moment, especially with watch channels, and I'm going to try and sort of rein it in a little bit. I'm not exactly sure what I can and can't say, so sometimes I'm probably going to mess it up, but I still need to try and be myself as well. But yeah, this is the Addiesdive sub homage. With the other known brand that you know, they call it the Kermit. But yeah, like I said, it was on a sale. Story of my life. I see things on sale, I need to get them in. This it looks cool, quartz piece. It's got a ceramic bezel, all the bells and whistles, and it normally retails for sort of £40, which is about $50 odd. I got this for £20 odd. So you got to do, you got to keep an eye on the sales. Look for discount codes, and yeah, jobs are good. In so. Looks like a pretty cool watch. Like I said, I wanted to go for the Kermit style. I've not had a Kermit diver before, actually. I've often gone for sort of like the Hulk, sort of green, no black, no nothing, just, or I go for the black, all black and stuff like that. But the Kermit looks pretty cool, you know. I might have to sort of look at investing in an automatic sort of style one of it. But yeah, pretty cool. I'm really going to be gifting this to one of my friends because like I said, I like to gift watches out. That's why I do giveaways. I do private gifts and stuff as well with watches. I just love giving watches to people, to be honest. It's nice. I love watches, and if I can help someone sort of find that love for a watch that I got off a Seiko 5 many years ago, then I will try my best. But yeah. But anyway, I'll start going on. Sorry, I can start going off on a tangent. But guys, thank you for tuning back in. I really do appreciate your support. I know a lot of people say it, and I really mean it. I've got this core group of people that watch my videos and comment, and I talk to them, and I really appreciate everything you do to support my channel. And yeah, without further ado, let's get the camera turned around.
So this is the watch. It's the Addiesdive. It's a sub homage. Obviously, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to work it out. Once you see it, it's obviously is what it is. So yeah, sub homage watch. As you can see, I've taken 4 links out. It came with a tang. It does come with a warranty card and instruction manual and stuff, or user manual they call it. And with this Addiesdive, it wasn't stamped or dated or anything. But given that this one's very, very inexpensive, I picked this up for sort of £25 in the sale, and for what you get, yeah, pretty reasonable, to be honest. It's not a bad watch at all. But yeah, let's run through the specs of this watch. So the model number for this watch is MY-H3-2. Inside, it's running a Quartz Miyota 2115 movement. You can't see anything given the fact it's a sterile screw-down case back. But yeah, inside it's running a Miyota Quartz movement 2115. The case material, so the case material, crown, case back, bezel, solid end links, bracelet and pressed clasp, all 316L stainless steel. The case thickness of this watch is 13.3 millimeters. But when you include the cyclops, it does become 14.8 millimeters. So the cyclops does add 1.5 millimeters. So yeah, that's something to bear in mind. The case diameter, when you measure from the 8 to the 2 o'clock, it's 41.7 millimeters. When you go from the 9 to the 3 and take into consideration the crown, is 45.5 millimeters. The lug width is 20 millimeters, and the lug to lug, tip to tip, is 48 millimeters. But when you consider the fact that they do have male center links of the end link, it's 53.6 millimeters. So yeah, a little bit bigger. The case back style, as you've already seen, is screwed down, and it's very much in keeping with the sub homage look, or the sub in general. Sterile case back screwed down. You'll need a particular tool or sort of like a bore or something to press on there and get some grip to that if you want to unscrew it. But yeah, that's the case back. The bezel type is a ceramic bezel insert, which is cool. Everything's loomed, and the clicks are not bad at all. A couple rough areas, but we'll talk about that in a bit. But generally the clicks are positive. There's not a lot of play in it at all. For the price, it's not bad, I would say. It's not bad at all. Yeah, and like I said, it lines up pretty bang on, to be honest. Yeah, so that's 120 click unidirectional bezel. The crown is sterile, and it's a screwed down crown situated at the 3 o'clock position. The strap it comes on, as I've already alluded to, is a stainless steel strap. The center link is polished, outer links are brushed, and it is push pins, just to make you aware. The clasp is pressed. Usually that's something that I would be really upset about, but given the price, can we expect anything else? I'm not sure, but yeah, the clasp is pressed. It is what it is. The crystal covering that dial is a mineral crystal, not sapphire. At this price point, they're giving you mineral crystal. The water resistance of this watch is 200 meters, as you probably can make out down near the 6 o'clock position. 200 meters water resistance, so that's 20 atmospheres of water resistance. The weight will appear in the top right hand corner. It's in and around 155 grams, give or take. But yeah, let's have a look at the dial in just a little bit more detail, guys. So the bezel, everything seems to line up nicely with the dial, so that's cool. On the dial, you've got a minute track going around the outer edge. Just inside that minute track, you've got applied indices everywhere, except for the 3 o'clock position where you've got the date window. You've got an inverted triangle at the 12, and then you've got buttons everywhere else, but you've got circles everywhere apart from the 6 and 9 o'clock. Yeah, just below the inverted triangle at the 12, you've got the Addiesdive logo, plus you've got Addiesdive written in script writing. Just above the button at the 6 o'clock, you've got divers 200 meters. Obviously, just highlighting what I've said already, the fact it's a 200 meter water resistant diver. And like I said, it's not going to be certified, guys. So as I've said before, unlike a lot of watches you'll buy, sort of Seikos and stuff, Citizens, they will be certified because they would have been tested. These won't be, but then again, they're a lot cheaper than their more illustrious counterparts. Like I said, the movement is a quartz movement. As you can see, it's ticking along. And if, like I said, if you unscrew the crown, if you take it all the way out, it will stop, because obviously quartz movements generally hack. If you put it in to the first position, if I can do that, just give me 1 second. Put it into the first position, you can see you can just run through the date. Yeah, it's okay. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of of cyclopses anyway, but it kind of works okay. It's not straight, but it does definitely magnify it to an extent. So yeah, that's the dial, that's the movement. But let me pop it on the wrist for you guys very quickly. As I said, my wrist is just above a 7-inch wrist, and as you saw at the start, I have taken up 4 links for it to fit my wrist, and now it fits me quite comfortably. Still gives you 3 levels of micro adjustment on the clasp, and I'm still on the first one. I've not started using the micro adjustment. But yeah, that's what it looks like on my wrist. As I say, the fact that you could put 4 links back into it would probably mean that you can fit up to sort of like a 9-inch wrist, and all the way down. Let me just have a look with you guys. You've got 2, 3 more links you can take out, so that would probably take you all the way down to maybe 5.5. So yeah, it fits quite a large sort of array of wrist sizes, which is cool. But that will now take me on to what I think is pants and pukka. And as you'll know, I always start with pants. I like to go on a high with pukka. So what I think is pants is the cyclops. As I said, I don't really like cyclops, to be honest. They're very difficult to get right. This one, not only is it misaligned, but it's the only part of the watch that's got AR coating on it, which is a bit strange. As you can see, the blue AR coating. I had this problem before with it was a minute time watch that got sent into the channel. Again, must be made in the same factory, because only the cyclops is got AR coating on it. The bezel sticking. So like I was saying, there's a few issues with this. So when you go around to sort of like where 9, 8 o'clock position, it sticks, and it takes a bit of force to get past. So I'm not sure what they've done, but yeah, the bezel and over there's definitely a problem in terms of why it's sticking and such. So yeah, a bit of a QC problem there. The second hand alignment, yeah, like I said, I know it's an inexpensive watch, guys, but I've had watches in from Austin and stuff. They lined up perfectly, and they were cheaper than this. So I'm not sure why the company still managed to get the second hand alignment wrong. That's with a quartz piece, for me, that's the main thing I look for, is that it lines up, and this one doesn't. As I say, yeah, the case, in terms of the sharp edges and stuff, yeah, the case is, yeah, like I said, sharp on the corners and stuff. Not done terribly with the brushing, a little bit aggressive in places, but it just feels a bit unfinished. And again, that could also be attributed to QC, I suppose. And the press clasp, as I said, not signed. No elements on this watch are signed, which is disappointing. And not even the crown, not the clasp, nothing, and also the fact it's a press clasp. But like I said, can we expect anything else for the price? I'm not sure, but I still feel the need to mention it. So yeah, just to surmise what I think is pants, I'd go with the cyclops. I'll go with the bezel sticking, and other QC issues with the bezel, and also, as I said, the unfinished elements on the case and stuff. The second hand alignment, and again the case and the clasp. In terms of what I think is pants, what I think is pukka, I'd go with the loom. The loom on this is fantastic for the price. I think you're going to be hard pushed to get a watch in for sort of $25, $40, whatever, and have better loom than this. The loom on this is really good. So you'll see that at the end. The applied indices, they seem to be done very well. They line up as they should. A lot of times with these watches, it's glaring because something's misaligned, but I can't notice if it is. So yeah, that's good. The bracelet, yeah, the bracelet's pretty solid, to be honest. I was expecting it to be sort of folded somewhere, but they look like solid links, and it's a pretty solid bracelet. So yeah, that's good for the price. And the solid end links, like I said, they fit to the case nicely. There's it's really snug, so the end links fit nicely. So yeah, just to surmise what I think is pukka, I'd go with the loom, I'd go with the applied indices, I'd go with the bracelet and the end links for what I think is pukka. Would I recommend this watch? It really depends. Personally, I'd probably spend an extra £20, £30 and get probably a steel dive sub homage or one of their watches. I think it'd probably represent better value for money personally. So yeah, I'm not blown away by this watch, but if you want a sub homage at a very cheap price and you're happy, you don't mind it being quartz, then yeah, this probably could do you. But like I said, I'm not convinced by this. Like I said, there's too many things that bother me about it. I will be giving it to a friend of mine, just because he needs a watch, and I said I'll hook him up. But yeah, I'm not blown away by this, guys. But I think when you get to my point where I've looked at so many watches, I notice things that a lot of people wouldn't, so that might be the reason. But yeah, I'm not blown away by this, but it might be one for you. So it might seem like I'm sitting on the fence a little bit, probably because I am. But yeah, I'm not blown away by this one, guys, to be honest. But look, guys, let me know what you think about this watch. Any other watches you may want to see on the channel. And as always say, don't forget to like and subscribe, and always watch your time. Take care, guys, all the very best.